Hi everyone, so today I am going to talk about budget and finances, which is not something that most people like to talk about, but everybody should at least be thinking about because it affects us all. My type of budgeting I like to call Crockpot Budgeting because I like to set it and forget it. At the start of the month or at the very end of the month, right when finances roll over into a new month and there's payday and all that kind of stuff, I like to sit down with a bunch of different colored pens and a piece of paper, or I also do it on the computer sometimes, depending on what I feel like that month. I sit down and I write down our income, which is how much money we make in a month, our fixed expenses, which are the ones that don't change from month to month, and then the variable expenses, which are the ones that do change, such as your groceries and your gas for your car and anything that you think might be needing to come up, like kids' activities and such, that will come up that month, and those are the variable ones. And then I like to make sure that it balances, that we will have enough money to cover everything for that month and everything that plans to come up and anything that we might be wanting to do. And then I tuck it in a binder or I save it on the computer and then I leave it there. And I forget about it until the next month rolls around when I basically kind of do the same thing. Obviously, it's not a good method and it really doesn't work that well. You can look back over your finances through your bank account online these days and you can see where your money went, and sometimes that's kind of one thing that you really need to do to see just how much money you're spending on things that you don't even need, want, or remember spending money on. We don't like to spend a lot of money, but at the same time, we're not quite as strict as a lot of the people that follow the more tight budgets, I guess. One of them being the Dave Ramsey method, where you do not spend pretty much any money. All of your money is allocated at the start of the month, and you always make sure that every penny is accounted for. And then basically you try not to spend anything outside of that and only spend what you need to and buy everything on cash, so you do not finance cars or things like that. He's got a program that has a bunch of steps that you're supposed to follow. They're called baby steps, and you slowly work your way through those so that you can retire with a nice chunk of money. So I believe it's live like no one else now, so you can live like no one else later. So basically the idea is that you live well within your means now and not live like the Joneses that you see next door with all the fancy sports cars and things, so that when you are a little bit further on in life, you can, use your money to buy those types of things if that's what you want. But you have all of your retirement covered and your children's college, if that's what you choose to pay for, and all that kind of stuff. Especially over this last month of May, we've had quite a few things that have rolled, I guess, through our bank account, and we need to kind of cut back. And I think it's time that we do start paying off some of the debts that we do have. We just acquired a new van, which we bought on credit, which is not a good thing for most people. They prefer to pay cash, but we're kind of in the middle ground, I guess, of budgeting. Lots of people will go very strict with their budgets and they will only pay for things with cash. They will not use credit cards, that kind of thing. We are big fans of the credit card that we use because we do get points and lots of free groceries, over $1,000 a year on free groceries, and we generally don't carry a balance on them, so we don't actually pay any interest, which is the big catch for the most part for credit cards, is that you end up paying interest, so all those free perks kind of just go down the drain. We are not going to be getting rid of our credit cards, but at the same time, we don't quite spend like we have unlimited income. Like I said, we usually are very frugal and don't spend a lot. A lot of our clothes are, well, not a lot, basically all of our clothes are either given to us from friends or bought at thrift stores or secondhand shops. Even for like the kids, just basically everything. Our furniture, I'm not even sure if we have anything that we bought new in regards to furniture or anything like that either. The bed that's in our bedroom we found in the attic, and then we fixed it up with a couple pieces of 2x4s and some plywood. So that's just kind of, I guess, how we are in the coming months. We are hopefully going to be changing how we are budgeting and spending our money so that we can get a few of our debts paid off.